Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie. I'm a 33-year-old zero-based cashless budgeter and stuffer. And we're here today to budget out my paycheck for the first week of December. So I got $133.35 from DoorDash. I was sick on Saturday, so I wasn't able to DoorDash, and then I had a party on Friday night. So my plans for DoorDashing a lot were just kind of ruined for the week. But it happens. Luckily, I did have some other income that helped. I helped my grandma out with some stuff, and she gave me some money. I spent a little bit of the cash on like snacks at Sheetz, but I still had $24 left over. I saw my aunt at Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And she gave me $50 for my birthday. And then we also have a savings challenge from Savings Challenge Saturday that we finished, and it is $16. So we have $16 from that to put into our binders for the week. Oops. So we have a total of $223.35. That 35 cents is going to go straight into the roundup, which is going to leave us with $233 to actually budget out for the week. So let's go ahead and get started with my variable expenses. So buffer we skip. We always skip buffer. It just sits there, covers my transactions until I move the money out of the envelopes because I am cashless. So this is all spent on my debit card. And then it covers any IOUs that I have. Crochet by Jamie. I did check my Etsy balance like 2 minutes ago, and I owe $4 for the month, and that's apparently due on the 15th. I thought it was due on the 1st, but it's due on the 15th. So I'll need more money to continue covering my fees, but for now I'm covered. Because in Crochet by Jamie we currently have $10, $12, $13, $14. So let's add another $5. It seems like the $5's been working out well. I have not been paying too much in fees, so we'll just keep going with that. In gas, I have 50, 100, 10, 11. So the $60 I think has been working really well. I've been filling up my tank twice per week, which is between $60 and $65. So we'll just keep going with the 60 because we do still have that really nice buffer in there. Groceries, I have $21. I haven't done my meal prep yet, who's surprised? But I do need to pick up some like yogurts and some fresh produce. So I do need to do some shopping this week. But we'll stick with the 20 because we do still have a decent amount in there, and I shouldn't spend more than $40. Prescriptions, we're just going to do its normal 5. I did pick up a prescription this week, but the 5 a week has been working out really well. And then spending is also going to be getting its normal 5 this week. So, oops. In my variable expenses, we are allocating $95. Okay. So moving into my high priority binder, starting off with car costs, I did look up my, well, first of all, I scheduled my inspection, emissions, and tire change. I didn't schedule my tire change, but I know I'm going to need a tire change. And then I looked at my invoice from last year, and it was $795 for the inspection, emissions, and a full set of new tires. So I'm expecting that's about what I'm gonna have to pay this year. And I scheduled my appointment for December 26th. So we have $375. So we have quite a ways to go. But I said last week I'm working on a surprise that will really help with my budget, I hope. And the surprise has been working out pretty well so far, so I'm hoping that it continues to work out. I will share what it is next week, but you are more than welcome to guess in the comments down below what you think this surprise could be. So anyway, we have $375 in here now. So we're just going to do 10 is going to fit into the budget for this week. And then once we get the budget a little bit better with a surprise, we can really bump that up. Okay. Debt payoff, we currently have 5, 10, 15, 160. We're just going to do another 10 to fill in another bubble. Slow and steady is the method for debt payoff. Especially for me, I have bipolar disorder, so I have a lot of impulsivity control issues. So just like being consistent is what will help me get through my debt. And $10 a week is what's doable for me. So we're just going to stick with that. Festivals. Wow. What happened here? That got very smudged. But we had $25 in festivals. My first festival that I need to, well, not my first festival. It's my last festival actually of the year. But it will be the first one that I need to buy something for in 2026. That is Lost Lands, and the tickets go on sale in mid-January, and I'm expecting it to cost about $600. So this also really needs to get bumped up. But we are just going to be doing $25 this week in festivals. And there's a reason I'm doing 25. I have like a little tracker. Let me just show. So I have this like secondary envelope where I have my festivals. So I have the 2 that I know that I'm going to. I have Lost Lands and I have EDC. And then I have like a little, I need to erase that. I have like a little breakdown of everything I need. So I have tickets, food, merch, miscellaneous. And then for EDC, I have hotel, food, merch, gambling, and miscellaneous. So I am filling out these trackers on the side as I go. And for Lost Lands tickets, each square is worth $25. So that is why I'm doing $25 a week in festivals. I just like being able to fill out the tracker in its whole and not have to worry about doing like a half, which is why I do $10, because each of these circles is worth $10 in debt payoff, and each of the squares and festivals is worth $25. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Gifts this week. We are quickly approaching Christmas. I have bought everything that I need to buy, and now I just need to save up for some experiences that we're doing. So we had 45 in here. We're going to do another 10 because I did buy that final gift. And then we will work towards the experiences that I'm taking. I'm taking my grandma and my dad to the casino and out for dinner with my sister. So we just need to save up for that next. Taxes this week. We don't have a lot of taxable income, and we had $500 in taxes. So we're just going to do $10 in taxes. And if you are new here, the reason I save not very much in taxes is because I do get a significant refund from my full-time job. And I mean, it's like $2,000 to $3,000 historically. So that will cover everything that I owe for DoorDash and Etsy. And this is just in case I'm short, and then if and when I'm not short, I'll just reallocate that whenever I do my taxes. So in high priority, we are allocating $65. Okay, so moving into my low priority binder, things are getting pretty normal amounts in here. Body Mods is going to get $1. This is for tattoos or piercings. I want to get my orbital pierced, so it's like around the side of your ear, and I want to get a lot more tattoos. To be honest, I have 14 right now, and I would like to get a lot more, but there's a flash tattoo event that I will probably go to. It's on a Friday the 13th. It's like a Friday the 13th flash event. The next Friday the 13th is in February, and those tattoos cost generally $50 to $60, including tip. So right now we have enough to get one tattoo as of the last cash condensing. As of the last cash condensing, we had $56, which is about enough to get a tattoo. The ear piercing will obviously cost more. Electronics, I'm saving up for an Apple Watch. Again, slow and steady here. We're just doing $1. Oh, my pen stopped working. Fitness, I'm saving up. I'm running a half marathon in May with one of my friends from work. We did it last year together. It was her first one. It was my 6th or 7th half marathon. But this will be saving up for if I need any like clothes, any running shoes. I shouldn't need new shoes this season. I should be okay. And then any future race registrations. So those are expensive. If you've ever done a race, you know. The turkey trot that we wanted to do was $70 plus $10 for the medal, which is weird that you had to pay for the medal separate. I've never heard of that before. But we didn't register for it because it was so expensive and it would have been nice to do it. But we were going to be doing $5 in fitness. Hair and lashes, I did schedule my hair appointment. It is mid-January and the price is $209 plus tip. As of the last cash condensing, we had $65. So needs a little love in there. We're going to be doing 5. Shindigs and shenanigans. I'm planning on going to a craft show with my friend next weekend. The admission is free and I'm hoping that I won't spend anything. This envelope is for spending money with my friends. So I'm only putting $1. I'm hoping that we can just go and have fun. Travel, I'm saving up for a trip to Hawaii in 2027 for my 35th birthday. And then also probably a trip to the beach sometime this summer, maybe just like Virginia Beach. It's not too far from Pittsburgh. And my friend likes to collect seashells and they have really good seashells there. So we are slowly saving up for Hawaii and then a little bit more rapidly for the trip to the beach this summer. But we are going to put $5 into travel this week. Sorry, I'm a little bit sniffly. I'm still, I got my flu shot, so that's why I was sick. Just kind of run down and tired and sniffly. But we're putting $18 into low priority. Now to my thick binder, my long-term savings. Starting off with my thickest envelope, I think. Could really do with a cash condensing, but we're making really good progress on this now. So this is the 52 cats challenge. It's my version of the 52-week challenge. So every week you just fill in another cat and you stuff how much money is underneath that cat. Altogether, it saves $13.78, which is very nice. I've already made plans for the reallocation of it. We'll see if I actually stick to that whenever it's time, but we still have clearly a while to go. We have half the cats filled in, but we have all the big cats after today when we're going to fill in the $27 cat, which is the highest one that we have left. So cats, this is my children's fund. So I pay for their food through my big girl job paycheck. So this is saving up for an emergency fund for them, their pet insurance, and then if there's anything else that comes up, just like a vet appointment, this would cover that. We are going to put $1 in there this week. Home improvement. This is anything that I need to fix up my home, to buy for my home. I've spent a lot of money on my house this year. I got my roof repaired from damage from 2 storms, and that cost a lot of money. Even after insurance didn't pay for all of it, and I had a $1,000 deductible, so pricey. So just very slowly building this back up. I wish I could put a lot of money into here because owning a home is so expensive, but we just do what we can, and what we can is $1. Medical, my out-of-pocket maximum is $4,000, I believe. So we're trying to save up $4,000. Again, slowly. I'm hoping I don't have to go into like the hospital or anything, and I don't have to hit my deductible anytime soon, because I don't have that kind of money. But we're just going to add $1 into medical this week. Month ahead, this is saving up for in case of a job loss or just to get me ahead on my bills so that I have some wiggle room and I can breathe there. My initial goal is $1,000, and then once I hit the 1,000, I will redo this tracker so that it is what I actually need for an entire month of bills. But thus, that having $1,000 is going to be a great feeling whenever I get there. But this week we're going to be doing 5. Roundup challenge is going to be getting that 35 cents, and then savings challenge Saturday, we are going to be giving $10. And then hopefully we can finish some challenges with that. We are getting very close on two of them. We're really close. And then the other ones. 1, 2, wait, what? I think we might be close on 3 of them, actually, if I can get these apart. No, we still have $9 to go on that one. So we're getting really close on 2, and then 1 I just started last week, and then 1 I still have $9 left. So I would have to roll only that one this week to finish. But that is okay. We did finish the first challenge last week, like I said. We're saving $44 into long-term savings. So just having that $16 this week is really helpful whenever everything else is kind of low. So we're just going to add up all 4 of these categories, all 4 of the binders, make sure that it matches my total. So we had 95, we have 65, we have 18, and we have 44.35. So 22.35. Did I add something wrong here? 44. 18. How am I off by $1? $95. Those numbers are all correct. So let me put you on hold for a second and look back at my spreadsheet to see what went wrong, because I do have like a spreadsheet where I do the math ahead of time just to have a rough idea of what I want to do. So let me take a look at that, see if I just messed something up here, and then I will be back in like 1 second. So I'm back. I figured out my problem, and it's really stupid. I just typed the numbers into the calculator wrong. So it happened in my long-term savings, which makes sense because that's where I have ones. So it's 27, 1, 1, 1, 5, and 10. So that's 45, 35. So this now should add up to 223. I just got caught up in the ones and I didn't count them all correctly. So that is 223.35, which is correct. We got there in the end. And then the final thing that we need to do is do my cash breakdown. So see what bills I need to pull whenever I do my cash stuffing. So for Crochet by Jamie, that will be a 5. For gas, it'll be a 50 and a 10. For groceries, a 20. Prescriptions and spending will both get 5s. Car costs and debt payoff will both get 10s. Festivals will get a 20 and a 5. Gifts will get a 10, and taxes will get a 10. Body mods and electronics will get 1s. Fitness and hair will get 5s. Shindigs a 1. Travel a 5. 52 cats will get a 20, a 5, and a 2. Cats, home, medical all get 1s. Month ahead gets a 5. Roundup, we don't worry about if we need to pull a 1 from my stash. We can do that for sure, no problem. And then savings challenge Saturday, we'll get 10 1s. So that is 50. That is 60 and 20s. That's 50 and 10s. That is 45 and 5s, 2 and 2s, and 16 and 1s. So we will also add this up to make sure that I didn't mess up again, and that we do still have, oh God, off to a weak start. Make sure that we still have the correct amount. 223. Wrote that number the worst possible way, but we got there in the end. We have all of our money budgeted out for the week. So that is going to be it for this video. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I feel like this was a weird video besides like the chaos of me making a counting mistake. I feel like it was like a little bit low energy because I still don't feel great, but I'm also very yappy, which is an interesting combination. So, sorry, or I'm glad you enjoyed, depending on how you feel about that. But yeah, thank you again for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I will see you on Wednesday for my cash stuffing.